that is so good. Hello and welcome to my first look at the Codex Genestealer Cults 8th edition for Warhammer 40,000. It's here. It costs £25. It is in hardback. It's a decent number of pages though. We're going to go through it page by page. Just a first look. I haven't seen anybody else's video of this, so it's completely new to me. It doesn't seem that long ago that I was taking a first look and reviewing the 7th edition Codex. But anyway, be that as it may, the new one is out. Let's unwrap this. It differs slightly from the other codexes, which might be a new turn for Games Workshop. Might be a new phrase, new turn for them, in that it comes with this extra thing at the back, which is your markers. Now, if they continue to do this for the same price for Codex, I'm all for that. I really am. Maybe it's just this for the Genestealer Cult Codex itself, but you get a double-sided marker look. That's really cool. And then you get all of these too, where, you know, because this is part of this army, is that they can just, you pop these on the board and then your parts of your army can just pop up out of them, which is really, really awesome. So if there are other armies that use this, that would be great, but I can see why you have to kind of include this with this codex. But that's pretty good. They're getting better. They've definitely perfected, you know, making these markers. And, you know, it's worth the entry of price alone, because popping these out is so much fun. There we go. Right, so we've got all of these. So that's yeah, that is I want to say danger close if you've got these many on the board. You know, just throw all these out. Yeah, where's my army, hey? Anyway, so you get all these markers, which is a really, really nice addition, and great that you don't have to pay any extra money for it. I think this special edition had some really lovely blue markers, but that got sold out pretty quick. Anyway, enough about that. Let's have a look at the reverse of the Codex. So inside you'll find deeply unsettling story of how a Genestealer cult takes root in a host civilization, a range of colour schemes, comprehensive range of data sheets, army-wide rules content, and allows you to take a collection of Genestealer cults Citadel miniatures and transform them into a tabletop army capable of overpowering all before it. All before it. Interesting. And then you've got a lovely picture of the models in action. So let's have a look. Let's get this new Codex smell out the way. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Oh, right. Okay, as I said before, it has 120 pages. First published, I want to say this year. It says 2019. So you got the introduction there. Wow, awesome looking artwork. Genestealer cults grabbing hold of a Castellan robot. Worshippers of the Xenos. They're jagging into some Howling Griffins, I think they are. Genestealer Curse. I think that's the Kalimorph. Creation of a Cult. That's going to be interesting to read. You've got the different generations, you see. Parasitic Order. What I'd also like to add to this is if you're into video games, definitely check out Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition, because that has a lot of Genestealers and Genestealer cults and things, and you play as Dark Angels on a Space Hulk as a Terminator, getting rid of them. I mean, that's pretty blimmin' awesome. But yeah, if you like video games, you can check that out too. Worlds of the Faithful. I really like the look of this codex, the pages, the layout, Cult of War, High Fleets Descend, Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor, Hive Cult. That looks awesome. Great bit of artwork that. On a Hellhound, I think it is, or Chimera. Sorry, Chimera, yeah. Bladed Cog. All new artwork. I've never seen this before. This is fantastic. This wasn't in the previous codex. That is amazing. There's an aberrant. Twisted helix. Infestations beyond number. Wow. So versatility. And then the Genestealer Cults of the Imperium. Wow, look at that. So you got where they all are. The hidden dynasties. This is always cool. Reading about the the timeline. And then that's the artwork on the Kill Team box set, which they still haven't got any in stock. Oh, I'm so gutted. Gutted that I missed out on that. I got the other Kill Team, the Rogue Trader. Patriarchs, Maguses. So this is really cool. So this is one of my favourite parts of the Codexes, or Codicai, I don't know, is that it goes into each unit individually. Primuses, Acolyte Icon Wards, good, they get their own sort of page. Clamavuses, Locuses, Sanctuses, Kelimorphuses, no, it just says Kelimorph. Nexuses and Biophaguses. See, so there's lots and lots of different characters and units now. Look, Acolyte hybrids, hybrid metamorphs, neophyte hybrids, which are called Brood Brothers now. Pure strain Genestealers, aberrants, abominants, Atalan jackals, Achilles ridge runners, Goliaths, and neophyte regiments. So you've got Brood Brothers, Cult Sentinels, Cult Chimeras, Lehman Russes, and the Faithful Throng. Not Thong, okay? Not the Faithful Thong. Calm down. So you've got Familiar, Magus, and a Primus. You've got Patriarch, Pure Strain Genestealer, and an Acolyte Icon Ward. We've got all these metamorphs. And you've got these neophytes, hybrids. Then you've got some Brood Brothers up there. I think the neophyte hybrids are way better because the Cadian set is definitely showing its age, whereas the neophyte hybrids is such a better set, better looking set. So if you can get away with not having your Brood Brothers, I'd try and do that, because also these Atalan jackals and the Ridge Runner and the quad bikes and things look immense too. Yeah, look at these new models. So you've got the Kelimorph, the Locust. It's a shame that the Kelimorph isn't available separately. You have to pay £40 to get in at the moment, which really does suck. And I don't like how Games Workshop have kind of shoehorned you to get into Kill Team just to get a 40k character that's in a 40k Codex. I think they should have had him separate along with the Kill Team set. Yeah, very shady in my opinion. Exactly like they did with Speed Freaks, and that they're going to continue doing with many box sets. They're not going to stop doing that if they can charge you double or more for a set that has characters or models that you really want to get, but you only want to get them. They'll continue doing that. I don't mean to be negative, but that's just the way it is. So you've got to be really picky and show restraint and not falling for that, in my opinion. Just wait, just be patient and wait, and then you can get the models separately, hopefully. Like with the aberrants, those aberrants, they're now an individual set. They're up for pre-order today. They came out with the Tooth and Claw set last year, I think October time maybe. So that's been quite a few months, but they are now out, and hopefully the Kelimorph will be out in a month or two. Probably less than that, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, there's some more metamorphs. So you've got Rising Tide here, so you've got a couple of examples of small armies, and then you've got an example of a big army. Lots of bodies on the board. Is it a horde army? It's more of an ambush surprise army, but look, cult ambush markers. Codex comes with 28 ambush markers, also included a 9-inch range ruler, which is brilliant. Helps to ensure no models are placed too close to the enemy, and also that means that you can use it for all your other deep striking units, for your other armies, which is brilliant. Here's the main meat of the Codex, and here's all the data sheets. So HQ, you've got the Patriarch with the Familiar, still disgusting in close combat with 6 attacks, swift and deadly, invulnerable save, normal save, fast, stuff of nightmares. Then you've got the Magus with the Familiar, and you've got a Primus, you've got an Acolyte Icon Ward, and an Abominant, and then the Jackal Alphas. So there, I think that's all of them. Yeah, so they're all of your HQ choices. So you can go for a bike as your main HQ if you really want, or you can go for heavy hitting Abominant, or you can go pure Genestealer with your Patriarch, or human and Genestealer with your Primus and Magus, and a Metamorph with your Acolyte. So you've got lots of choices there. I love the variation in HQ options in this army. Troop choices then. Acolyte hybrids, Neophyte hybrids, Brood Brothers infantry squad, and they're your 3 troop choices. It would have been nice to see more, like a group of mini familiars, or I don't know, just something else rather than these 3 infantry type units for troops. I don't think there's that much variation in these troop choices compared to like Death Guard or Nurgle or something like that, but still they're kind of specialists. They've got specialist kind of weapons, so you can kit them out against particular armies if you wish, or have a mix of everything. Then you've got hybrid metamorphs, very elite, very damaging, lots of attacks. Be careful of these hybrid metamorphs, they're elites. So then you've got aberrants, much more hard hitting than the metamorphs, with a better toughness and a better strength, and they've also got power hammers and improvised weapons and power picks and rending and things like that. Then you've got the pure strain Genestealers. You can have essentially 20 of these suckers. Oh, they're still very decent, very fast at 8 inches, 3 attacks, no ballistic skill of course, but they do have their invulnerable saves, and they can charge even if they advanced. So, you know, they're moving 8 inches, they're advancing, then they're charging. Yeah, they're pretty horrific, so be careful of them. More elites, you've got the Clamavus and the Locus and the Sanctus, or Samfissurus, as I like to call them. You've also got the Kelimorph, the Nexus, and the Biophagus. So lots of elites here. In my opinion, too many to choose from now. You've got the Metamorphs, the Aberrants, hard-hitting ones, the Genestealers, which are very efficient in close combat, and then you've got all these individual characters. Lots of these individual characters now. Look at them. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 individual characters, which you can choose to buff your character or to help with a particular theme of an army. Particular character, particular unit. Fast attack. You've got the Achilles Ridge Runners. You've got 1, but you can have 3 in a unit. That's brilliant that they've done that. Atalan Jackals, I think I mentioned you can have 15, including the quad bikes, so that's pretty good. So they're fast attack. And then you've got Cult Armoured Sentinel, Cult Scout Sentinel, so it might be worth having a couple of Sentinels in there too. And that's it for fast attack. Would I like to see more fast attack, more buggies maybe, a flyer possibly, or jet bikers? I don't know, just more fast attack probably. Then we're into heavy support, and this is where the army is kind of let down. It doesn't have nearly as many heavy support as like Space Marines with their Land Raiders and the Predators and the Vindicators and things like that. All you can have is a Cult Leman Russ, a Brood Brothers heavy weapons squad, which only has 3 of them in there, and then the Goliath Rock Grinder, which just has the heavy mining laser on it as the strength 9 weapon. You can have the Goliath Truck, which has the autocannons on. Now the Rock Grinder can transport 6 models, but the Goliath can transport 10, so it's more of a transport thing than a heavy weapons platform. You can also have a Cult Chimera, and then you've got, as a fortification, a Tectonic Frag Drill. which really helps boost. I like the fact that they've done this in the codexes recently. It started with the Eldari Codex, I think. Please forgive me if I'm wrong, but it started with the Eldari Codex with the Warpway Gate. And then with the Imperial Knights Codex, they had the sort of arming station. Then the Orc Codex, they had the Mech Boy Workshop, and now they've got the Tectonic Frag Drill with Genestealer Cults. I'm a big fan of these fortification scenery things. If it means that we get more and more scenery that's specific to armies, I'm all for that, because I want to see more Xenos scenery. I want to see just more of it, really. And if these things help you in game and count as a separate model, I'm a big fan. So you've got the Tectonic Frag Drill in there as a fortification, and that's it. They're all of your data sheets in there. So you've got 21 pages of data sheets. Then you've got all the war gear and your melee weapons, which there are a lot. You've got some examples there. Another picture of a battle going on with minus Calgar, might I add. So that's an important battle, I would think. And you've got a little repulsor in the background too. Yeah, that's pretty good. You've got a frag drill right there, very close to the lines. And then insurrection, so you've got different sort of special rules for the army. Cult creeds, much like you've got them for all the armies now, different creeds. You've got all the stratagems, the broodmind discipline, so psychic powers, and then the warlord traits, and then the sacred relics of the cult, and then the points values, and then tactical objectives. So yeah, very fleshed out, lots and lots in this codex, lots to mull over. I can't wait to go into, you know, all these specific units and find out more about the units that I've just bought. Yes, it would have been nice to get the Locus as well today, but if you've seen the other unboxing, the initial unboxing, for some reason it didn't arrive, so hopefully I'll get that in the next few days. And yes, I've got the other models coming, the Ridge Runner, the Frag Drill, and the Biophagus. I've got the Aberrants and the Abominant already, but I will definitely be doing reviews of them using the new rules in here, but they won't be coming out all in one day. I'll release them, you know, daily. Hopefully you found this video useful. What do you guys think of the Codex so far? If you've had any games using it today, it'd be great to hear from you. Put it in the comments below as always. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. For the Norn Queen.